looking at this giant piece of equipment over there and thinking about in the ancient days, everything was humongous, everything was really big, and they had things that were much bigger than that. Machinery, ancient technology that chopped down the giant trees. Because we had Nephilim at that time. And we had giant trees. And one of the things about trees, and my research that I found, is that life, the surrounding life forms, cannot grow any taller than the trees. There's something about the phi ratio, and the environment is conscious, so that kind of connects that together and explains that symmetry. So back when the trees were colossal, which looks like calcified mountains now, there was also a different air quality, which allowed different biological life forms to exist, which no longer exist because the air quality is different, which no longer exists because the ecosystem is different. So the ones that evolved are the ones who are us now, through the transition of history, after the ancient history was erased. But this is nothing. The stuff that we build now, just like the pyramids, that they can't copy the mathematics and the craftsmanship of the pyramids right now. They can only study it, okay? So that's part of this. As we've developed the earth and as things have changed and we've so-called evolved, it's actually de-evolution compared to the technology that we used to have. We have nanotechnology now, and cloning, which deals with the replication of cells and the splitting of cells and tissues, and we have a lot of transhumanism things going on. And that all has to do with microbiology, with the changing of the cell and the structures. So yes, although everything was colossal, and we think, okay, so everything was so big, the trees were big, the people were big, there was Nephilim, and the magic was big, the stories were big, but energy never dies, it only transforms itself. So when we talk about the ancient world and the energy that existed at that time, we can still look at those who are born under certain astrological signs, those who go through certain spiritual transformations that are able to tap in. You can begin to see how that energy still exists. You can be so small, but yet the energy within you be so colossal. So it's not wasted. And I find that very interesting. As for the times we are in now, is those times where everything was gigantical. Now we're in a time when everything is microscopic, We have microorganisms, we're trying to copy, re-engineer, and reconstruct, reverse engineering whatever it is that the creator made. That's what you see now, is everything trying to take the place and dictate and become that thing that's in the place of what the creator actually is, and profit off of it. We're even micromanaging citizens now through the Citizens Monitoring Program, Terrorist Watch, and stalking, So true creation is about symmetry, about cohesiveness, about consideration, about consciousness, about the collective. That's true creation, and that's the way that the creator created, because everything is got an agent of neganthropy to it. It's giving, like the air is giving, the earth is giving, the water is giving, things like that. The things that we use to build upon, which are the foundations, are giving. It's those of us who took from those parts that seek to deconstruct. Everything is about deconstructing what it is that the creator created in order to capitalize on it, control it, monopolize, to create an illusion of dominancy, of choice, and of control. But nature, because it's conscious, has a counterbalance to all things that what it's created creates. Okay? So, in the same way that our cells are conscious, that our breath can become conscious, that our thoughts are conscious, there is a symbiosis to it, because you cannot be conscious alone. You're in connection with something. What makes you conscious is connecting with something else that is able to connect with something inside of you. So there has to be a symbiotic relationship, right? I'll just leave it right there for now. These people can fraud love. They can try to emulate love, but the essence is not love, because the essence of creation is really love. There's no you buy it now and then it's guaranteed to break. We're gonna make sure that because we have this nano part in here that we're capitalizing on, and when that breaks, you're gonna have to buy a new one or bring it back to get fixed and get another little nano chip or whatever to put back in it. That's not the way the creator works. It's like you consider the all and you plug in, and those things like this organic machine start to work back for you. As you consider it, it considers you, and you develop this relationship. Kind of like what they're trying to emulate with technology, where you give it a program and it produces an effect of what you want. You give it you program it. It's not doing anything that we haven't taught it, okay? But it can only emulate what the people that taught it, that created it, wanted to know.